Good morning, friends. This is time for the update on 29th of May uh, 2020. Now, yesterday we had given support and resistance levels. Now, important bit to remember yesterday was that the market never triggered a trade, which means that while we went into our resistance zone, we did not break the low of the day, which should trigger you on the short side. So, one issue is the level, the second issue is the trade getting triggered. So, from support levels, you should be buying if the high of the day starts to get taken out. From resistance levels, you should be selling if the lows of the day got taken out. So, yesterday basically it was, the entire story was over in the first couple of hours, and then the market moved sort of sideways. Now, today, overnight, US markets have closed lower, and the SGX Nifty is showing 130 point gap down. I don't think it'll be 130 odd points. It should be, possibly 100, but that works for us because that means that we are going to get the market in our zone. The support levels for the Nifty today are 93.40 to about 93.84. Resistance comes in at 94.68 to 95.11. Both are June futures levels. Similarly, Bank Nifty support comes in at 18,650 to about 18,823, and resistance comes in at 19,189 to 19,342. So again, let me repeat, the trade is triggered if you start to make highs for the day, which means you gap down and you reverse and you start to cross the highs of the day. Okay. Something I forgot to mention about day before, that what was the first hint I got from the market when it was turning around from 9,000. The hint was that the Bank Nifty was not coming down. And if the Bank Nifty is not coming down and only the Nifty is coming off, that creates a divergence. So that means the Nifty cannot come down a lot without taking the Bank Nifty with it. And hence, that kind of indicated that the market was turning around. So look for these sort of events which cannot be forecasted beforehand, but which tend to change the perception of the market. So that is where at key levels, if something starts to happen which supports that view, it's obviously very useful to incorporate it into your analysis. Now, for the day, you should gap down and wait. Do not be in a hurry to get into the positions. I believe that possibly financials and the rest of the market has made some sort of intermediate bottom, and today is the first buy opportunity you are getting. So while the morning could be rough, maybe by second half you should expect some sort of a recovery. But if you start to see momentum on the downside, then there could be further trouble. But the prima facie, first up, what we are trying to do is we will try to buy. I think the first week or so of June should be positive. We've had a 500-point rally in the last couple of days. If we give back like 150 points from the highs, it's not a big deal. So again, some people have asked me about individual stocks. See, a trader should not, cannot pick different stocks on different days. That is done by rookies who don't know what they are doing. I would suggest please choose 4 or 5 liquid, volatile stocks. Calculate their Camarilla levels every day, and if buy or sells are triggered, then do accordingly. To buy UPL one day and sell HDFC the next day and do something else the day after, that is a very foolish strategy. You have to know your instrument. So just pick up your 5 stocks and find your Camarilla levels for them, and if support comes in, try to buy. If resistance comes in, try to sell. If there's a breakout, then chase the breakout. So I think this entire activity of giving quote unquote calls is not a trading activity, it's an entertainment activity. Nobody makes money by knowing what is going to move today. Okay, just tell me, if somebody knew what was going to move today, why would he tell you? So don't have that expectation. Trading is a very, very scientific activity where at certain levels you are a buyer, at other levels you are a seller. Okay. What's more important is to have a bias for the day and to know in terms of a roadmap what you will do where. So I don't think there is great value for everybody to do 5 stocks. Pick up your own 5 favorite stocks and get used to trading the same stocks every day. Okay, that is what I would suggest to people who are interested in individual stocks. Otherwise, your indices are fairly volatile, and it is possible to keep trading your indices up and down. Again, have a proper money management system. In my opinion, small stops of 50 odd points on the Nifty, about 150 on Bank Nifty are enough if your trade is correct. If your trade is not correct, you can put a 100-point stop, you can put a 150-point stop. Everything will get taken. So it's much more important to see first up the trade should almost immediately move in your direction, otherwise pay your ticket of 50 points and move on and try another entry. Okay, once you are betting your 50 points, you should try to do at least 100 to 150 points. So 1:3 style of risk reward. So 100 150 points stop on Bank Nifty, try to do 450 on the upside. So that will keep you ahead of the game. And that basically is trading, to act at certain zones, to keep a stop, to keep a 1:3 risk reward, and that is it. Trying to make stories around your trades is a foolish way of trading. Don't do that. Don't get into that sort of bhavar of news and noise, etc. Keep it simple. Either it works or it doesn't. When it doesn't work, just pick up your stuff and go home. That should be it for today. Take care, trade well, and please consult your financial advisor.